Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Welcome back to today's Social Studies online class. All of you open your textbook's 14th chapter. Let us recall what we have learned in the last class. We have learned about the Government of India Act 1935. According to this act was passed in the British Parliament in 1935. And according to this act, the provinces could hold elections and the winning party can form the government. Okay, children, do you all remember? Out of 11 provinces in India, 8 provinces were won by the Congress party. Okay. Next, division in the Congress on the issue of supporting the Britishers in the war or not. So there was a division in the Congress party. Among the Congress leaders, there was a division, children. Why? Because some Congress leaders wanted to support the Britishers in the war. Why they wanted to support? Why? Because if we did not support Britishers in the war, what will happen? That Hitler and his Nazi party, that Germany will show their supremacy. Okay, he will become stronger. In order to suppress Hitler, some of our Congress leaders wanted to support the Britishers, and some Congress leaders, they don't want to support the Britishers. Why? Because they were not ready. Britishers were not ready to give us full freedom after the war. Also, we have seen about what is status of dominion. Status of dominion. Status of dominion here means after the war, the Britishers decided to give us status of dominion. That means the whole country can be ruled by us, but under the British crown. Okay. Next, why Congress leaders resigned in 1939? According to this act, all the leaders who were elected in the year 1937, they got resigned. They resigned in 1939. Why, children? Why? Because the British was not ready to give us full freedom even after the war. So they resigned in 1939. The British wanted to make Congress unpopular. Why the Britishers wanted to make Congress party unpopular? Why? Because these Congress leaders, they were against the British rule. They were questioning the Britishers. They were pressurizing the Britishers to give full freedom. That's why Britishers want to make Congress unpopular, want to make Congress weak. So, Britishers followed divide and rule policy. Britishers followed divide and rule policy. Children, this question will be asked under 1 mark. What was the divide and rule policy? That means there were some disputes between the Congress leaders and the Muslim League. Okay, Muslim League. That means all Muslims together joined under the Muslim League. And its leader was M.A. Jinnah. These Muslims, they felt that Congress was not taking much interest on the Muslims. That's why Britishers followed this divide and rule policy, and they began to divide both Congress and Muslim League. Still more disputes aroused because of the Britishers. Okay, children, they began to divide both Congress and the Muslim League. And then the Britishers encouraged the plans of the Muslim League. So whatever these Muslims say on behalf of these Congress leaders, whatever a small complaint on these Congress leaders, these Britishers used to encourage these Muslims to fight with the Congress leaders. Understand? That's why this divide and rule policy, they divided within India, they divided these Congress leaders and Muslim leaders. Who divided? Britishers divided both these Congress leaders and Muslim leaders. Okay, children. Let us see about the Muslim League. The Muslim League was formed in the year 1906, and firstly, this was formed only for the sake of Muslim landlords of UP. Till 1930s, their work is about fighting for the landlords of UP, and mainly Muslim landlords of UP. They were fighting for the rights of the Muslim landlords of UP till 1930s. But later on, it had demanded to create separate councils for Muslims in the election. Understanding, children? When provincial elections were conducted, these Muslim League demanded separate councils, to create separate councils for Muslims, where only Muslims could vote. Understanding? Only why? Because they faced a lot of competition from the Congress leaders. They felt that, Muslims felt that they were ignored by the Congress leaders. That's why through Muslim League they demanded to separate, to create separate councils for Muslims, where only Muslims can vote and choose their leaders, and those leaders can work for the betterment of the Muslims. Understanding, children? Muslims could raise their problems, so that if there are separate councils and if there are separate leaders who will take care of the Muslims specially, they can express their problems to those particular leaders. For that sake, this Muslim League was working after 1930s. Initially, it was not formed for the sake of fighting for all the Muslims. It was formed only to fight for the sake of Muslim landlords of UP. Congress party also agreed for having separate electorate. Children, here you will be asked what is a question of 1 mark. What is called separate electorate? Separate electorate means what? That means creating separate seats for the sake of Muslims, or it is also called a minority election. Okay, children. In the elections, separate seats were created for the sake of minority population. Minority means in a whole population, if a number of Muslims are less in number, or if number of so that for the sake of them only, these separate electorates were started in 1909. In 1937, when elections were conducted in the provinces, in the 11 provinces of British India, the Muslim League had won 102 seats. 102 seats out of 482 Muslim seats in the British India. Okay, children. So in 1937, when elections were conducted in the provinces, the Muslim League participated, and so out of 482 Muslim seats, 102 seats only were won by the Muslim League. Okay, and Congress also participated in the separate election for the Muslims. Okay, children, understanding? Why? Because Congress party believes that, it believed that Congress is not only a Hindu party, but Congress is a national party. National party means whole on the representation of whole Indians. For the sake of whole Indians, this Congress party participated in this election, and they participated in 58 seats. For 58 seats they have contested, and out of 58 seats, Muslim seats, they were able to win 26 Muslim seats. Understanding, children? Congress also had contested in this separate electorate. They contested for 58 Muslim seats. Among that, they got 26 seats. Okay, Muslim seats were won by the Congress party. Are you all understanding, children? In 1937, the Muslim League was able to get 4.4% votes in the provincial elections. Understanding, children? And this Muslim League was very much popular in Bombay and Madras provinces. In these provinces, Muslim League was very much popular, children. But it was weak in Bengal province, Northwest Frontier province and Punjab provinces. Understanding? Muslim League was popular in Bombay and Madras provinces, United Provinces we say these provinces. But it was weak in Bengal, Northwest Frontier and Punjab provinces. But magically, after 10 years, that is by 1947, these three places together was made into Pakistan. Understanding, children? That is by 1947. By 1947, these three places, which was where Muslim League was very weak in these provinces, those places were together made as Pakistan by 1947. What happened in 1937, where Muslim League was not able to gain more seats from these provinces, but what happened to the people by 1947? It was made, these provinces were made as Pakistan by 1947. What happened in between? How this Muslim League was able to convince the people by 1947 and was divided into Pakistan? Come on, we will see now. The Muslim League had pointed many issues on the Congress leaders. Understanding, children? It blamed that Congress was insensitive to the needs of Muslims. That means Congress was not at all bothering about the needs of the Muslims. It was ignoring the needs of the Muslims. That is what blamed by the Muslim League on Congress party. For example, some few examples are here. Congress refused to form a coalition government with the League. Children, here, what is a coalition government? When a government is formed with more than one party, it is called a coalition government. Here we have, children, in the United Provinces, what I have told you before, Bombay and Madras provinces, this Congress, along with the Congress, this Muslim League had much popularity in those provinces. But Congress leaders refused to form a coalition government with the League. They don't want to join with the Muslim League and form a government. And nextly, Congress banned its members taking the membership of the Muslim League. Children, you see, Congress leaders banned its members. They didn't allow Congress members to take the membership of the Muslim League. But they allowed their members to take the membership from the Hindu Mahasabha. Understanding, children? Hindu Mahasabha. They allowed their members to be as the members of Hindu Mahasabha, but they didn't allow their members to take the membership from the Muslim League. That is also one of the issue raised by the Muslim League. Muslim congressmen like Maulana Azad, who was a Muslim and belonged to the Congress party, when he raised the objection, then only this taking membership from the Hindu Mahasabha also stopped by the Congress people. Understanding, children? When Maulana Azad raised objection about taking membership of Congress people in Hindu Mahasabha and not in Muslim League, when he raised the objection, they stopped their members, Congress members, from taking the membership from Hindu Mahasabha also from 1938. Okay, children? Thus, the Muslim League had an impression that Congress was basically a Hindu party and they did not want to share power with the Muslim League. They have understood that Congress was a Hindu party. Congress was not a national party, it was a Hindu party, and this Congress did not want to share and form a government with the Muslim League. This Congress party created an impression on this Muslim League like that. Let's see about the Hindu Mahasabha and the RSS. The Hindu Mahasabha and the RSS. RSS is nothing but Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. Okay, these are cultural organizations which are mobilizing Hindus. Okay, that means they were trying to teach something for the Hindus. For the development of Hindus, these organizations will work. The Hindu Mahasabha and the RSS. So, these organizations, their main aim was to unite all Hindus and overcome the divisions of caste. So, these organizations tried to unite all the Hindus spread across the country. Whoever Hindus are there in the country, they tried to unite all the Hindus to overcome the caste and divisions, etc. Caste divisions, etc. Okay, understanding? Whoever caste they may be, whichever creed, whichever sect they belong to, they were all Hindus. Understand? India was the land of Hindus who were in majority. Children, first of all, you should understand what is the majority. What is majority here? Majority means in a population which community is more in number. For example, India is a Hindu country. We can say India is a Hindu country. Why? Because in India, Hindus were in majority, more number in the population. So, they also passed the message. Who passed the message? The Hindu Mahasabha and the RSS. They spread the message that India was the land of the Hindus. India was the land of Hindus who were in majority. Why they said like that? Why? Because Hindus were in majority in the population. And the activities of these two organizations were supported by the Congress leaders. Okay, children. But the Congress tried to create a secular understanding among the people. What is this secular understanding? Secularism means treating all religions equally. No religion is given importance. That is what this Congress was trying to bring in India, that secular understanding among the Muslims and Hindus and all the people of India. But Muslims were not at all convincing, and they were believing that Congress was a Hindu party, and also they felt that Congress basically a Hindu party and there was a Hindu domination in the Congress leaders, etc. Okay, there was a Hindu domination and they wanted to protect their rights. That's why they all joined, Muslims joined with the Muslim League, and they began to fight for a separate nation, Pakistan. Okay, they decided to fight for their separate nation. The Congress argued that Hindus and Muslims were not the people of two nations, two different nations. Hindus and Muslims were not the people of two different nations, but the part of one Indian nation. Both were Indians. Understanding, children? Congress go on telling the people, convincing the Muslims that Hindus and Muslims were not the people of two different nations, but a part and parcel of one Indian nation. But the Muslims were not at all convinced with what the Congress says.
Children, now it's turn to write the classwork. I'll be sending you the pics of the classwork. You should write and send it to me by today itself.